My name is Cassandra Hamilton, and at 14 years old, I became my family's lifeline. Dad worked at a warehouse, barely minimum wage. Mum cleaned houses for £6 an hour. We were drowning, so I started working, cleaning offices after school, weekend shifts at a chippy, anything to bring money home. When secondary school costs became impossible for all three of us kids, I made the tough decision myself and suggested it to my parents. Let Stacy and Joshua stay in school. I'll work full-time. Mum cried, "Cassie, no, we can't ask that of you." "You're not asking, I'm offering. It will only be for a short while. Family takes care of family, yeah?" I said with a faint smile. Dad hugged me. "Just for a little while, love, until we get on our feet." That little while lasted 21 years. On this particular day, when I was 16, I came home early one night after working 2 jobs, exhausted. I heard Mum and Dad talking in the kitchen. They didn't hear me come in. Dad's voice. "Margaret, Cassie's been working non-stop for 2 years. I'm not happy about this at all. She should go back to school, get her GCSEs at least." Then Mum cuts in and said sternly, "And who'll pay for Stacy's music lessons and for Joshua's football kit? We need her income, David. It's not yet time for her to stop." "But it's not fair to her," Dad replied worriedly. "Life isn't fair. She's the eldest. This is what eldest children do. Besides, she is not clever like the other 2. She's better suited for work." My blood went cold. Not clever. Better suited for work. Is that what my mother thinks about me? I never told them I'd heard, but something inside me shifted that night. I stopped dreaming. Maybe that's all there is about me. Stacy went to uni, studied law. I paid for her textbooks. Josh went to uni too, business management. I covered his accommodation shortfalls. And me? I stayed at Tesco's, then a call centre, then back to cleaning offices. At 21, I met Harvey Peterson, sweet, ambitious, working class like me. He was saving to move to America, had a cousin with connections in New York. "Come with me, Cassie. Marry me. We'll build something together in New York." I wanted to say yes so badly it hurt. Oh, I really, really did. But when I told Mum about it, she yelled, "Cassie, no! Hell no! You can't leave us! Who'll help with the bills? Your dad's getting older. I can't handle this all by myself. We need you here. Don't be irrational, child." But Mum, Stacy and Joshua are almost done with uni. And they'll need help getting started in their careers. You can't be selfish, Cassandra. Family comes first. Selfish. My heart sank. I told Harvey to wait just a couple more years. He waited 6 months, then he left for New York, alone. Years blurred together. Stacy graduated, got a job at a top London firm, bought herself a flat in Clapham. Joshua graduated, landed a corporate gig, bought a BMW. And me? Still at my parents' council flat, still working dead-end jobs, still handing over most of my paycheck. I was 36 years old, no savings, no qualifications, no future, just the good daughter who never left. I've lost counts of how much sag talks I heard from our neighbours about me being old and still living with my parents. Even my siblings joke about it to my face. It hurts. Bad, but I don't take it to heart. Just last month I came home from my shift at Sainsbury's, exhausted, messy, ready to collapse. I walked into the living room and I froze. Harvey, sitting on our sofa, older, more polished, successful looking. A huge rush of happiness took over me. "Harvey!" I dropped my bag, ran to him and threw my arms around him. You came back for me." I reached to kiss him. He gently pushed me back. "Cassie, wait. Stacy walked in from the kitchen, holding 2 cups of tea. "Oh, Cassie, you're home early." Something in her tone made my stomach drop. Wait, what's going on here? Harvey stood, uncomfortable, stammering. "Cassie, I wanted to tell you myself. Stacy and we've been seeing each other for 4 months now." The room tilted. What? My brain's getting set to explode. Stacy set down the tea. "We reconnected on LinkedIn last year, started chatting. Then he visited London and—" I cut in. "Stacy, you knew about Harvey. You knew what he meant to me. That was 15 years ago, Cassie. You told him to leave. He moved on. Stop being dramatic." I turned to Mum, who'd appeared in the doorway. "You knew about this?" Mum wouldn't meet my eyes. "Stacy told me a few weeks ago. Harvey is very successful now. Good for her." "Good for her? What the hell? I gave him up because you told me to stay, to take care of this family. And you did. You're a good daughter." Mum yelled back at me. Something inside me snapped. "Get out! Get the fuck out!" Harvey looked pained. "Cassie," pushed them out the door. "Get out! Both of you!" I cried my eyes out. I couldn't sleep for days. After a while, in those dark days, I made up my mind to drag all of them down the drain with me. I'd kept everything, every payslip, every receipt, every bank transfer. 21 years of financial records showing exactly how much I'd contributed. I hired a solicitor, paid for with the one credit card I'd never told my family about. I want to sue my family for unjust enrichment and financial exploitation of a minor. The solicitor's eyes widened. That's ambitious, but if you have documentation, I have everything. The case was brutal, public, humiliating for them. £247,000. That's how much I'd contributed over 21 years, adjusted for inflation and lost educational opportunities. The judge ruled in my favour. Mum and Dad's house, the one they'd finally managed to buy 5 years ago with Stacy and Joshua's help, seized. Stacy and Joshua's accounts garnished. They'd profited from my sacrifice. Now they'd pay it back. The day the judgment came through, I went to the house one last time. They were packing, faces hollow. Mum looked at me. "How could you do this to your own family? This is heartless, Cassie." I laughed really hard. "Family? You turned me into an ATM at 14. You kept me uneducated, unmarried and dependent, so I'd keep funding your lives. I gave up school for Stacy and Joshua. I gave up Harvey for you. I gave up 21 years. And what did you give me? Lies, manipulation, and a sister who stole the one man I ever loved with your blessing. That's the thank you I deserve for all my sacrifice for this family." Stacy stepped forward, crying, "Cassie, we didn't mean—" "Yes, you did. You all did. You just thought I'd never wake up." I pulled out an envelope, handed it to Harvey, who'd been standing awkwardly in the corner. "That's every letter you sent me from New York, every email, every voicemail. Mum intercepted them, deleted them, told me you'd moved on, that you'd forgotten me." Harvey's face went white. He turned to Stacy. "You knew about this." Stacy said nothing. He walked out without another word. With the settlement money, I did what I should have done at 21. Went back to school, got my qualifications, started my own business, a domestic staffing agency that treats workers with dignity and fair pay. I'm 40 now, thriving, free. Mum and Dad live in a small rental.
Stacy's career stalled after the scandal. Joshua barely speaks to any of them. Harvey reached out last year, apologized, said he never knew. I forgave him, but I didn't take him back. Because I don't need saving anymore. I saved myself. People say family is everything. They're wrong. Some families are prisons, and the bravest thing you can do is break out, even if it takes 21 years, even if it costs them everything, because it already cost me everything. Now we're even.